Good morning. Getting ready to head to Berkey to finish our side dressing today. We got some spraying to do, so we're taking some stuff down. We gotta go wrap those boxes with some plastic and get them strapped down. Otherwise, they're just gonna bounce all over the place. I don't have any plastic wrap here, so I'll head down to the seed warehouse. Made it down here. I don't know what's going on over there, but either somebody got in an accident or somebody's in big trouble. Two cop cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other cars. 5 other cars. No, 6. Anyway, let's go side dress some corn. Good. Last field here. Our coolers are quite icy this morning. I think we might have an internal leak or something bleeding off when it's sitting through the vapor lines and it's causing it to freeze up when it sits. We're gonna have to look into that for next year, but we're gonna finish this 70 acres here and be done with it. Last tank change of the year. We're almost done. We got a full one there. This one's empty. Let's get it unhooked. Well, I've got the first major problem we've had all year with 15 acres to go. Dang it. I lost one of my boots. Not my work boots, the anhydrous applicator boots behind the disc gang. So it's the one on the very end there. It was just puffing white smoke out. I'm not 100% sure where I lost it, but it has to be really close. And I know what row it is, so I know where to look. So we're just driving the last pass or two here to see if we can locate it. There, maybe. Well, bummer. Can't find it. It's amazing how hard it is to find shiny metal pieces laying in a field some days. But it is quite difficult. I've done this before, and the good thing is I know what row it came from, so it's pretty easy to track down or drive down those rows and look. But I had kind of jumped over to the other side of the field there when I did some end rows in the back, and I'd only made 2 rounds, three or 4 passes. I was just starting the 5th pass, I guess, and I drove down the 4 spots that it could have been and didn't find it. So either it's been gone a lot longer and I didn't notice it somehow, which seems unlikely, or it just has a little bit of dirt covering it. It's laying flush with the surface and I just can't see it. So one of those two things. Anyway, Phil has some spares there in his truck. We're just going to drive it back to the farm since we're only half a mile away, and we have all the tools. I probably have the tools that I need in the toolbox, but it's just easier here. Update. It's not just the boot. We lost a lot more than that. It was the whole bracket that the boot bolts to and everything. So I stole my cousin's 4-wheeler out of the barn there and decided to come chasing it down. Now, where we were at, so this is the main road. We're kind of on a corner. Behind that house over there, and then there's a wheat field. We were along there. We had made like 2 rounds over there, changed tanks. We're running out. Well, I found it over here. It was behind this house, which I had done these ends and then gone down and then done some ends in the back and then come up over there. So we did maybe 6 acres without it. I should have caught it faster than that. I didn't. But I found it. It's that bolt right there. That one broke. That bolt. All right. That's good. That's good, because we did not have the other pieces. We have the boot. The boot is this part, the shiny part there. What we did not have is this bracket. I thought this bolt was what came loose, or this bolt. Not the case. All better. Sorry, it's hard to film when we're busy and working on stuff, and there's lots of people around. But we got that, because I found it. We were able to get it back together. Phil had some bolts, and he's been carrying around spare parts all spring, and he just happened to have the 2 bolts that we lost. There was the one that's bent there that breaks off, but there's another one that kind of fits through the side that holds the torque of that, so it doesn't bend that bolt. And we lost that one. Happened a couple of times last year. That's the first one this year, so hopefully the last one. Let's go finish our last 20 acres up. Well, we made it. We made it to the last pass of Anhydrous 2024. Oh, what a deal. Got plenty in the tank, so we're not going to run out. Okay, good deal. When we're done here, we are going to take this back to the farm. Actually, we got to get the bar bled out. So when we're done with this pass, I'm going to go out and shut the valves, and then we're going to put it in the ground and open everything up and run it until nothing's coming out anymore. And then we're going to take it back to the farm, and we'll set her outside, open up all the bleeders, and just make sure that it's empty, purged, so that we can put it in the barn safely. We will get to cleaning it up, but we're not taking this back to Waldron today or anytime soon, frankly, because we don't need it there. So we're going to leave it here because the wheat here will be combined before the wheat back at Waldron, and we're just going to bring the grain cart down here and hook it up to this tractor and eliminate a trip back and forth with the 8RX. I went ahead and dropped the tank. We're just going to make a round here. I put it in the ground. I turned off the suction control so it's opening the valves and applying. You can see the distributor starting to freeze up. The last of the liquid in there boiling off. There was a little pressure in the gauges. That's gone now. Our flow detector detects nothing, so it's pretty well purged, but we'll just let it run out. I unloaded the trailer. I had a little bit of stuff on there. It's a on and off. It's a touch breezy sometimes. I feel like maybe we shouldn't spray, maybe, but I'd like to get it done. I don't know when I'll get down here to do it again if I don't do it today. But I got a neighbor across the section here that's got a bunch of empty boxes, seed business stuff, so I'm gonna run over there and pick them up. They said 2:30, and it's about 2:30, and then we'll come back and decide whether we can spray or not. Well, I picked up my empty boxes, went and grabbed some lunch. Got the trailer load over there, 9 of them in a pallet. I think we're gonna do a little spraying. We'll do one load, see how it goes. Touch breezy, but not terrible. But we're going to leave the glyphosate out on this one, so not really going to kill anything that would be major concern. So, plus there's no houses around this first field except for our building site here. So, not too concerned about that. We may do 2 loads. We may do all of it if it's not too windy, but we'll see. This load's got less in it than any of the other loads that we have done on corn so far. We have just got our Propaz, which is our fungicide, the strobilurin and the triazole, and our source. That's it on this one. No glyphosate, no foliars, none of that stuff. The next load we might use some foliars. I've got a little bit different one here that we're going to use today or whenever we get to it. But down here at Berkey, this Architect from Ag Explorer. It's got a PGR, plant growth regulator, as well as some foliar nutrients in here. This one I've actually had some success with in the past. A lot of their stuff has been hit and miss. This one has worked for me, so I got enough to do 100 acres of it. I brought 80 of it down here to Berkey. We'll get it sprayed out. The other 20 I might use on some beans up to Waldron somewhere. Remember yesterday when I said this field was going to be rough because of the tile lines? It wasn't so bad in the 8RX with the tracks. It's pretty bad with the sprayer. We're bouncing. Alright, this one's done. Oh my gosh, it's so rough. It's worse going over it the second time. It was in the back, so we had to drive up, and I thought, well, I'll pick a track and go back up. That was a mistake. Should have went in a new one. Anyway, the weather station says that the winds are averaging 5 miles an hour, but it sure looks like more than that out here in the field. The leaves in the corn are really blowing, and so this field was fine because we're surrounded by other fields and nobody's houses. Once we go across over there, most of it we're still fine. It would be okay. Just feels a little windy, so I'm gonna call it for today. We'll try and get down here tomorrow and do the rest of this. It's only 3 more loads. We can do it in 2 or 3 hours in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a little less windy, and then we'll get the sprayer back and we can start spraying beans. I heard the leg running, like what the heck is going on? There's still soybeans in that bin. Phil's running the sweep logger, cleaning them out. Ah, well, that's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna head back, I guess. We'll worry about putting that away tomorrow or whenever we come back, because I'm gonna let her bleed out. It's probably empty by now, but last thing I want to do is put it inside the barn with anhydrous still boiling out of it. Well, I got back from Berkey here and decided to mow my lawn because it was getting really bad. So did that, and then
I was wanting to.
Wanting to what?
Mow the lawn.
Mow the lawn? Yeah, I know. Anyway, then Rylan had a baseball game, so I went to that, and we're just getting back, and it's bedtime now. So thanks for watching this one. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna head back to Berkey and spray tomorrow, and then I don't know what else is going on.